I made use of that. And the previous speedrun did the trick that I'm about to do, and a lot of people really seemed to think it was cool, and I think it's cool too. I just put the SIM card in right as I was falling to my death. It probably looks harder than it is. Once you find out where to aim and where to jump, it's pretty easy to execute. And now I'm on the wreck deck, an easy deck overall.
Your colleagues have managed to set up a transmitting station in the athletic sector of this deck. The transmitter.
We do not
Once again, as you can guess, I'll be killing myself and going back to that reconstruction machine. Dying in this game is really cheap. It's 10 nanites each time you get revived. I'm not even really focusing on picking up nanites at all throughout the run. I've picked up a few here and there, but I don't really go out of my way at all.
You are a remarkable example of a pathetic species.
And now I'll be heading to the crew quarters section. In the previous speedrun, the runner would go through this area dodging the security bots, lasers, and such. I decided to just go invisible because number one, it's just way easier to do, and number two, I would prefer to just run in a straight line to my destination. It's just a bit faster, and I knew that I could spare the invisibility. That droid can sometimes be a pain just because he won't notice you and he'll take forever to kill you, but I managed to get his attention there.
That's the triumphant way. You've served me well. Transmitting cybernetic modules. I am pleased. Transmitting cybernetic modules. Do not squander them.
This is Xerxes. Primary data loop compromised. Primary data loop compromised.
The transmission has been tampered with. No matter. We will destroy my creation has run rampant.
Now I'm spinning my huge, massive cyber modules on teleportation, aka quantum relocation.
But you must transfer my intelligence to that ship first. Proceed to the Mont Bronze Bridge on this deck. There you will find an access card to the command center on Ops. Find the card and proceed to Ops. But beware, the human element hybrids grow more sophisticated by the minute. You do not. I've located you.
Move it, Tommy! The escape pod is this way!
That damn worm nearly bit my leg off. Oh no.
Yes.
You saw me pick up a French Epstein device. I'm going to be able to use that to upgrade my grenade launcher. By the end of the game, I'm going to need a fully upgraded grenade launcher, a heavy weapons level of 4, and the sharpshooter upgrade so that I can beat Shodan. You can reach through the wall here into the desk to grab the card. I don't know why, but you can do it, and I did it.
Your skill surprises me. Transmitting cybernetic modules.
As you can see, once I start making use of teleportation, I really am burning through the psi points. But by the end of the run, I actually do have one psi hypo left over. In the previous run, the runner would destroy that rocket turret and the window to the right. I'm not going to be going back up there due to a trick that I used later on, so I'm not going to do that.
Cybernetic modules.
I'm getting rid of that pistol. As I mentioned earlier, there is another low recoil pistol that I'm going to encounter, and that's coming up soon. I'm getting that over the one I just had just because it starts out at 10 condition.
This is Xerxes. Remember?
Alright, and I didn't put a teleportation marker at the bulkhead like I normally would. Normally I would just hit the switch, teleport right back out pretty much. But this time I'm going to upgrade my psychogenic agility. And that's not only going to give me +2 to my agility and make me run faster, but it's going to let me do a trick later on in the Rickenbacker.
To the engine core on the engineering deck.
And I'm going to go over to the tram to set a teleportation marker, and it looks like that might be a waste of time, but if you'll see when I get back, the doors are just then opening, so I'd be otherwise just sitting there waiting for the doors to open, so it was a good call. Not on my part, of course, on the previous speedrunner's part. This segment I'm not too happy with overall. I got the time just fine, but everything looks really sloppy. It's probably just me.
My creation once again.
Replicator database reinitialized.
Now my rocket or my grenade launcher rather is fully upgraded. Alright, and the psychic barrier is up now, so now I'm going to go back to the bridge to fight Korenchkin. Normally, you would have to destroy his brain and then destroy his phantom to get the barrier to go away, but what you can actually do is destroy the phantom, immediately teleport out of the area before he has a chance to respawn it, and that'll just count as you having killed him, and the barrier will be gone. So it saves... could be as many as 30 seconds. I know it saves at least 20 seconds. Well, maybe 15. Still, saves a lot of time. And here I am. This segment is normally really frustrating just because it's really long. I don't like to rely on manual saves at all. I like to just go with the autosaves. And this is the longest area where you don't get an autosave. I did end up making a manual save later on because of a trick that I was trying to do that's really inconsistent. But even so, this first part is kind of frustrating. Setting a teleportation marker on top of that crate so that I can just jump over the railing.
This was caused by an overload in the Meson acceleration.
If I don't use the speed hypo there to clear that gap, I have to go to a complete different area to make another platform move out, and it would take probably a whole minute longer.
The same all happened there, but I have conceived a way to avoid this.
I'm 99% sure it's faster to just kill that cyber assassin rather than use invisibility there,
Quickly.
which is why I did it. And that rumbler can be a real pain just because, not so much because he'll kill you, but because he'll get right in your face and prevent you from being able to shoot the egg behind him.
Destroy the last 5 of their eggs quickly. I tell you about this exercise.
We offered you the ecstasy of our union. You chose the vacuum of technology.
That egg can be kind of frustrating to destroy when you're speedrunning because since it's behind the destroyed turret, I guess the hitboxes on it just seem kind of weird, but I ended up doing okay with destroying it there.
Overloaded Meson acceleration coil there. Now get back to your task, insect. The ship must be cleared.
And I ended up making a manual save right there. You should have seen a little bit of a skip there.
Remains insect.
And this is the trick that psychogenic agility allows me to do. I can just jump straight from the rocket to the ladder without having to raise it one more time and use teleportation. It saves on time and it also saves a little bit on psi, which is one of the reasons why I wish I had not picked up this psi hypo right here. If you want to beat my record on this speed run, not picking up that psi hypo would be the best place to start, because I do end up with one left over at the end of the run. I thought I would need it, because I thought since I'm just using psychogenic agility I'm going to be using more psi, but I didn't take into account the fact that that trick will make me use less and probably make up for it by itself. And I upgraded 2 psi and 1 agility here. I'm pretty sure that's the way to go, just because your invisibility is so important, but I'm still not completely sure.
Polito would be my avatar, but Polito was weak. It was I who chose you, and I who had a robotic servant render your form unconscious. I then completed you with cybernetic grace. Your flesh too is weak.
And here you're seeing me get the sharpshooter upgrade. Like I mentioned before, that's necessary for beating Showdown at the end. And if anybody wants to try to beat my record for speedrunning this game, you can feel free and you'll probably succeed if you try hard enough. But I'm not really open to the idea of any human being ever beating my time on this Body of the Many segment.
Contact. You are on your own.
One of our many will be there to help you before long.